What's up, guys? How we doing? Cowboy Crunk in the house at home in Houston, Texas, the big Magnolia just north of Houston. It's time to celebrate, guys. We made it into the playoffs. We won the last game of the season, which of course we didn't need. But the big thing was, like I said, that was a big practice for our offense. The New York Giants were really pumped and charged for that game. So I really take this game as a solid win. I think our offense looks pretty good going into the playoffs. So a shot of amaretto for my brother-in-law Tom Bracker, who was here watching the game with me, New York Giants. I apologize on the live stream. I just was really concentrated. I was focused on the game. It was a little tough to talk, but I appreciate you guys jumping in. Again, a shot of amaretto for his father that passed away. They used to drink amaretto on Christmas. So that's for the Cowboys and my brother-in-law. Man, Dak Prescott looked great. So I give him, Dak Prescott, you are the Trojan Warrior. Trojan Warrior for the game. Dak Prescott had an amazing game. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Looked really good. That's exactly what we needed him to look like to get out of that rut that the offense was in. I think they did play much better. They didn't play fantastic or great. We missed some deep plays that were open, but you can't ask for perfection. Dak Prescott was 27 of 44, 387 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's the big thing, guys. We can do this if we run the ball. And without Ezekiel Elliott, we still had 60 yards. No, only around 51 yards rushing, something like that. So the rush game wasn't there, but we really didn't push to rush the ball. We came into this game and did exactly what we wanted to do. We tested our receivers. We tested the tight ends, which is what I was saying all week. The tight ends were starting to look good. They are our most productive player. I said it in the video I did yesterday. They're our most productive position. So we need to go to those guys. I'm not happy with Blake Jawrin and Darwin James. Not Darwin James. Well, the tight end crew. I do still want to see Rico Gathers out there, but the guys played an outstanding game. Blake Jawrin actually looked outstanding, man. Really breakout game for him. 3 touchdowns for him. That's the most any tight end has had since back in the 70s, I believe, is what it was. The stat, I hadn't looked it up yet, but they did make the statement during the game. So really good game by Blake Jawrin. A very good game by Dak Prescott. We didn't see him run. I do expect to see that more in the playoffs, guys. In the playoffs, I think Dak will be running a little bit more. We didn't see that today, but I think it was because they wanted to keep him out of the injury situation. We got Ezekiel Elliott some rest. I think we're going into this next game really solid. My problem is I may be traveling on the 4th, 5th, and 6th. I don't know what I'm going to do if I'm on an airplane and these Cowboys fall apart. Don't take that as a threat. Please don't anybody call the FFA and or the FAA or whatever it is. I should know. Yeah, the FAA and report me or anything. But I did want to say Jawrin, 7 catches, 119 yards, 3 touchdowns. Cole Beasley had that touchdown. Man, that was an outstanding play. I will tell you this. I've been officiating football for a while. That was a rule I was not aware of. When his knee went down, they consider you down. So the knee, if the knee hits, it's considered a catch. It's considered as he's downing himself in the end zone. We got really lucky with that one. That's a rule I have never seen called. I've never seen that called. Really crazy play. Very happy that happened. I still think we're going to Gallup too much. Gallup had a pretty good game, but he got a lot of targets. Hearns had the 1 catch that came through for us. Dalton Schultz had the 1 catch. So they're getting the tight ends involved. Again, we still saw no Rico Gathers, but I'm still happy. Jeff Heath didn't have a great game, missed quite a few tackles. The defense overall was okay, but as you guys know, we weren't on defense really putting our players out there in the proper rotations, basically. We did get some guys rest on defense. So that's good. We played a great game. We played a team that had a lot of energy, was really focused on beating us, and we pulled it off. So big shout out to the Cowboys. The Hot Boys played pretty good. DeMarcus Lawrence got a lot of rest, if you guys noticed. He was out there a little bit, but did get his rest. Randy Gregory was in there on quite a few hurries. Taco Charlton got a lot of playing time. So big shout out to the Hot Boys. I got to smoke one for you here. That is my that's my honey shisha. For them Hot Boys right there, baby. Sorry I had to get it going. I forgot to do that. So I broke out the lava lamp, since basically, like Stephen A. Smith says, we haven't won a playoff game or we haven't won a championship game since who knows when. Lava lamps were popular back then, so I found a blue lava lamp the other day. I bought that. I thought I'd start putting that out during the videos. But overall, again, the defense looked really good, and I think it was a practice game for us. A lot of passing, a lot of different setups, a lot of things for Tavon Austin were thrown in there that I did like to see. Hopefully we can use him a little more. That was kind of a warm-up game for him as well, and we got to get Amari Cooper involved a little bit. As you can see, he has like a frustrated look on his face at times. So we got to keep that guy happy. That's one difficult thing that's hard to do with these ex receivers. These primetime big play receivers, they want the ball, and he deserves the ball. We've been going through this with receivers before. We went through it with Butler. We went through it with Dez Bryant, and Amari Cooper. I think he'll get his touches once the playoffs start, and we've got to go. We've got to get the ball in the air a little bit, and that will open the run. We're going to see a completely different game in the playoffs. We're not going to pass the ball. I think it was, 44 times I said? 27 for 44? Yeah, 27 for 44. So we won't see a game like this again in the playoffs, but at least that gave us a game to get the ball in the air, not run it so much. Get the linemen in a lot of passing situations and work on their pass blocking, because we did need that as well. So a big time game for the Cowboys. I'm glad they won it. Going for the 2-point conversion was obvious. We weren't going to take it into overtime. Maher, Brett Maher did not look so good. We need him to get back to that level where he was, the last couple of games prior to the Colts game. He's looked a little off since then. So hopefully we'll get that going, and the Cowboys can go into these playoffs on fire. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe to the channel. Cowboy Crunk from Houston, Texas. Peace. I'm out. See you later this week.